Hello everyone, I'm FARMERSIM. Welcome back to Riverbend Springs. I do hope you're all doing very well and having a wonderful day. So, beginning of March, here we are, just past 9 o'clock in the morning. I am just going to be loading up the woefully small amount of sunflowers that we have in our silo here. Where are we? 5,379 litres of. Not going to be worth a huge amount of money. Now, so there we go, already done. Today's episode is primarily going to, well, it's going to focus primarily on the grass field here to our left. We're going to get this cut, get it mown, get it rowed up, baled up, and wrapped into silage and let that ferment away. I'm quite keen to learn what kind of numbers of bales we're going to get from that field. Now, those of you who've watched a few previous episodes will know that I planted that field in grass just to see us through, just to get something out of the field while we got through winter. Obviously, I wasn't within the planting window for any of our cereal crops, so I didn't like the idea of just having it empty for months and months and months. So, obviously, it's grass now. I could get another 2 cuts out of it, but that's not the plan. The plan was just to do something with it. We'll get one cut out of it, which we're going to crack on with very shortly. And then I think we'll get it cultivated and possibly get some oats drilled into there. So that's the plan moving forward. Now, the sunflowers that we've got in the trailer behind us, the best sell place to take these to at the minute is Goldcrest Valley, which is completely the other side of the map, and that's loading onto it. That's renting a train, loading it into what I believe would be the Grain West silo, loading it into the train and firing it off in to that sell point. But with such a small amount of sunflowers in the trailer, factoring in the cost of renting a train, etc., etc., even though it would be for a very small amount of time, it's just not worth it. I don't think it seems better for me just going to run it up the hill here to the farmers market and get what we can for it and just call it that. Like I say, because it is such a small amount, there's no point adding in extra costs of renting trains and such. So after you, mate. Yeah, there you go. Have a trailer. So, yeah, like I say, and then we're going to crack on with the grass. We're going to get that sorted and get it mown, wrapped up into silage. And we'll stick those in the shed. May well take advantage of universal auto load for that one this time. Looking forward to that. That'll make the job a whole lot quicker. Yeah, and then we'll possibly, like I say, we'll get some oats drilled into there, because we can plant oats in this month and in April as well. So it just makes sense in my mind. So there we go. What we're going to get for this lot. It's not going to take long, is it? 4289. Well, it's better than a kick in the teeth, isn't it, quite frankly. That'll do. So what are we at now? $127,612. Nice. Now, the other thing I've been kind of desperately pondering over and trying to plan is this, and trying to work around, is this building restriction that I have on the farm, and it is driving me potty, quite frankly. I know that a lot of other people are experiencing the same thing, so it's not just something isolated to me. It is something to do with the game. There doesn't seem to be any way around it at the minute. None of the Place Anywhere mods that are out there don't do anything about it. They can't do anything about it. It's something to do with, primarily, it's something to do with fencing. I can place things down, buildings, sheds, etc. But it's fencing. That's what I can't. That's what seems to have an entirely different way of behaving. And because there used to be a fence in the place that I'm trying to place another fence, that seems to be or possibly one of the reasons why it's causing me such a huge amount of problems. But I am still trying to figure out a way of placing down an animal pasture, a cow pasture, possibly. I'm still pondering over whether to do cows or sheep, though, to be fair, because obviously cows, the custom placeable, the what's it called now, the custom pasture mod thing in the game. It's not a mod, sorry, is it? It's base game stuff. The part of the thing that allows me to place a custom pasture down. The cow pen that allows me to do that is they're not milkers, so we wouldn't really get much of an income in that respect. We'd just be having the cows to fatten up and sell for profit in the future. Whereas sheep, obviously, will get an income from the wool. It'll be a relatively constant thing. So the long and short story of it is I'm just trying to ponder over whether to have cows or sheep. But I'm trying to use this area here and trying to do something clever with this area here that we've got where I'm driving now around this rock face, around these trees. I may well have to kind of eat into a little bit of the field that we've got here, the grass field. So I need to be mindful of which order I do things. So if we do, obviously we'll get this grass mowed and cut and all that kind of stuff and get it baled up. And then if I am going to try something, I need to try it then before we drill the field, because the field will then be a different shape. I'll have to do a bit of work with the edge of that field there. But that's the fun of it, I suppose. So let's pop this back in here where it belongs. And just squeeze through here. Pop the trailer back neatly there. That'll do just fine about there, I think. And then we need to shift the telehandler so I can get to the mower and get mowing, essentially. So let's just leave that there for a second. There we go. And another thing I noticed as well, just after the, obviously I'm now running the latest patch on the game, but look, check out the clouds. There's something proper weird going on with the clouds there. I do have all the settings turned up to maximum. It's all on like ultra and super high and all that kind of stuff. But the quality of those clouds looks pretty awful. Don't you think? There's like a dark blue edge around all the clouds, and there's a very sharp edge to the outer edge of the clouds. It looks just a bit weird, quite frankly. There's obviously something graphically wrong with that. I don't know. Just something I noticed when I turned the game on with the new patch installed. Don't remember seeing that before. Right, so anyway, let's get this thing shifted. We'll just park it out the way somewhere for now. Here is as good a place as any. There we go. Right. I should be able to get this in one go, I think. There we go. Nice. Okay. There we go. I'm getting better at this every time. Nice. Right. Okay. So, let's get started. We'll get this mowed up first. We'll get rowed and baled and go from there.
Jump into the car on a Friday night. I wanna drive with you. Looking for a bar in the nearest town. I've never seen a sky so blue. We don't ever play it and the night is young. It doesn't matter what we do. There ain't nobody like. There ain't nobody like. You look so beautiful. And I'm so lucky to be yours. And you're taking me high. Ain't nobody like you. I'm not coming down. Ain't nobody like you. I could go 1,000 miles as long as I'm with you. Yeah, you're taking me high. Ain't nobody like you. Talking by yourself and you make me smile. I can listen
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. We have done pretty well out of that field. We've got 84 bales at 3,500 litres a bale, 294,000 litres of grass fermenting away, which is excellent. So, now that all that is done, I am now going to... Well, firstly, I'm going to pop the baler away in here, and I'm just going to see if I can get up close, spring up the F1 menu, just see if I can fill up the round bale net and the bale wrap from the pallets that we should... There we go, refill baler. Which one's it filling up first? The bale wrap. There we go. Is it going to pick up the round bale net as well, perhaps? Or am I asking a bit too much? Refill baler. Oh, there we go. There we go. And that's used up that pallet. Excellent stuff. Right, let's square this off in there nicely. Drop that off there. Right, the tractor does need some fuel, as you can see. It's not completely empty, of course, but empty enough. So we'll give this a break for a little bit. And I'll just pull up next to the tank. Turn the engine off. Yes, there we go. Awesome. Right, okay, so now I am going to jump into the telehandler. I'm going to hitch up the new but old 20-foot bale trailer with universal auto load, and I'm going to enjoy universal auto load for once. Now, I'm not always going to do this. I think I might have mentioned this in the last episode. I know we've got universal auto load, but I think I'm just going to, every now and again, I'm going to treat myself to a session of universal auto load. So we've got, like I say, we've got 84 bales here. So I'm going to do my very best to get them stuffed into this shed. Now, what I am also thinking of doing, or what I am going to have a go at doing very shortly... Wrong button, sorry. There we go. Is I'm going to have a look at these animals, and I'm going to see what I can do regarding placing a sheep pen down. I think I'm going to go for sheep initially. Pull myself further away from here, so... Yeah, I'm going to have a go at sheep. I'm going to place something down here. I'm just going to have to give up on the whole idea of being able to place a custom fence around the top line of that rock face there. But yeah, I'm going to do something with it. I think it's going to cost me a bit of money. The sheep pasture is 14 grand, and I think it's going to be at least, I'm going to say anywhere from probably towards $30,000 for the fencing, for the custom pasture fence, and that's before obviously purchasing any sheep as well. So I've got to be still, haven't I? There we go. So yeah, right, I'm going to get all this done. I'm going to get these bales all picked up, loaded into the shed. I'm going to have a bit of a faff around within the construction menu, see what we can do there, and I'll bring you all back in a wee while's time, when hopefully we might have ourselves our first animals on the farm. So I'll get all this done, and I shall see you in a wee while's time. Right, hello again everyone, welcome back. It's been a little while, an hour or so in game time, while I've been mucking around doing this, but as you can see, we now have our first animals on the farm. We have 20 sheep in total, all landrace of Bentheim, or Bentheim, however you pronounce that. We've got 10 8-month-old and 10 3-month-old. I think that's right, isn't it? Yeah, 10 8 months and 10 3 months, so all full of water, and they've got some grass. Now, obviously, because we've just baled up the grass from the field, I was still able to... I can't cut open the bale like you used to be able to do in 22. I don't know whether that's just purely because it hasn't fermented yet, but either way, it's still technically grass, so I was able to just pop one of them down in front of the feed trough here, and they're taken from that perfectly. So they are still full of food. This one's only got 465 litres left in it, so I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that I'll be able to utilise the bales that I've got there until it ferments 100%. It's still technically grass in it, so I am hoping that essentially I can just take from those for a little bit ahead of time anyway, ahead of me. I do love watching these little lambs whiz around though. They're proper full of beans. It's absolutely brilliant the way they jump about and sprint around, and yeah, it's proper cute, I've got to say. So there we go. Yes, our first animals on the farm. Now I have trust me, I was in and out of the game about 20 times. As you can see, it's cost us a pretty penny. We're now down to 87,184, down from about 130 grand, I think, roughly what we had. So it's cost us some serious money. And I've even got the free landscaping tool thing, one of those mods, paint and terraform anywhere for free kind of thing. So the money I haven't been paying for painting down the grass or painting down the floor textures or anything like that. That has just come from purchasing the sheep and placing down the enclosure. And I think it was pretty much the fencing that was the most expensive part. But the area of restriction thing really was annoying me, quite frankly. I had to come in and out of the game multiple times to redo it, but this is pretty much... I could have extended it down there a little bit more, but because of the way I placed this, I had to remove a couple of trees out of the pasture here because it wouldn't allow for the placement of the original sheep pen, and then I've just placed another American elm in here just to add one back into it again. But yeah, it was quite a task, I've got to say, but the main thing is, this is roughly the kind of idea I had in my head anyway. It's just a shame I couldn't run the fence, like I've said multiple times, up and around the top edge of that rock face. I've had to bring it down to the bottom of it, but I still think it looks pretty cool, I suppose. And onwards from that as well, I do have another... there is another little bit of land that we do own on the other side of this field, in between where we are now and the barley field. On the other side of the road, there is a plot of land that at the minute, it does belong to us, and there's nothing going on in it. So I did consider spending even more money and placing down a cow pasture, the custom cow pasture, and seeing what we could do with that. And that's this area here, just on the other side of the road. It's kind of a bit null and void. I can't really do anything with it, but I suppose I could place some animals down. But I thought, for the sake of money-wise, essentially, is just thinking about not emptying the bank account again too much, because that would cost another pretty penny. It was going to cost me about 15 grand for the cow pasture itself, and then another, I think it was about 27 grand for the fencing, and that's obviously before we've purchased any cows. So I think I'll get a bit more money into the bank first, get ourselves back into the six-figure bank balance before I consider that. But I am quite happy with what we've got here now. I think it is. It does look. It looks half decent. I'm not a fan of the orange fencing, but what can I do? Beggars can't be choosers. I would have liked a bit more of a nice wooden fence with that, but I don't think you can change the custom fence pasture thing, so that'll just have to do. And of course I have trimmed the field down only a little bit. We've not lost too much from it, so it's just essentially just that little bit here that we've kind of chopped out of it. So I've just rooted it and cut it round and made it look half decent again. So there we go. Yeah, animals, got some. Awesome. But the work doesn't stop there. We need to crack on, because obviously we're in March now. We're now within the planting window of being able to plant some oats, but we can also plant oats next month as well, so I'm not going to lose too much sleep if we don't get anything done today. But we probably will. It's only 20 to 1 in the afternoon. We might not get stuff done drill-wise in this episode, but we're certainly going to get the field cultivated under again, get rid of the grass, and at least get it ready for a drilling come next episode, potentially. So just make sure I've got enough room in here, because this cultivator does stick out a bit at the back, but there we go. Success. Right, okay. So, back with the cultivator again. We'll sort this field out. Drop it down. Let's make sure we haven't got create fields, because I don't want to create any more fields. There we go. Right. Let's get this one done, shall we? Right, just finishing off the last strip in the field now, and then it's all done. Good job, well done though, if I don't say so myself. And now it is ready to receive a fresh drilling of oats, which we will, I think we'll probably be getting down to that in the next episode, because we've only got 1,000 litres of seed down on the farm. I'm not actually too sure what's left in the drill, actually. I need to check on that, so that might not be factually correct. I know we've got 1,000 litres sat in the pallet. I need to actually check up what's in the actual drill itself, but either way, we may well still need to spend a couple of dollars on some fresh seed, just to top up, to make sure we've got enough. And now the field is currently it currently still has its first state of fertilizer as well, which is good. There we go. Lift up. Nicely done. Nicely done. So yeah, if I pop into the map PDA, the soil composition, as you can see there, it has still retained a level of fertilization, which is great. So that could save us certainly a few dollars anyway, assuming that stays in that state when we get the drill out. But yeah, I forgot to show you the bales as well in the shed, actually, that I managed to pack in here. It doesn't feel quite as tidy as it did before, I'll be honest, but let's just jump out and have a quick look. But yeah, I managed to load off each of the trailer loads one by one. We had 5 trailer loads all in all, or 4 and a bit. But yeah, all fermenting away. Only at 3% at the minute, but like I said before, I'm hoping that until they hit the 100% fermented mark, I'm hoping that I should still be able to use them all the way up until 99% to feed the sheep. So that's the plan. Whether that works or not, time will tell. But either way, it's all good. I'm very glad now, though, that we've got some animals down on the farm. Here they are, the little beauties. Yeah, I do hope you all like my my placement of the custom pasture. Like I said before, this is the kind of idea that I've had in my mind for quite a while now. It's just a shame I haven't been able to utilise all of the space as I had planned. But either way, we've used some of it, and it looks kind of cool, I must admit. I'm very glad to have them on the farm. Certainly in the future to earn some money for us in the form of some wool. Look at them bouncing around. It's awesome. It really is. Anyway, right, so it's 1:30 in the afternoon. I think now is a great place to call this episode here, and then next episode we will pick up, quite literally, in fact, while we're here, actually, very quickly, let me just go and see what we have in the drill. So we've got 1,000 litres, 1,050 litres here, and what have we got in here? This will just, 1,666 litres, okay. So we've got about 3,000 litres, haven't we? Give or take a bit. Just under. So we might have enough. It might be necessary to maybe just go and get 1 pallet or 2 just to stock up and make sure that we do have more than enough. It's better to have too much than too little, isn't it, in my mind? Well, that's how I treat food, anyway. So, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm going to call it here for today's episode. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. I really do hope you have enjoyed the video and found it a little bit of fun. If any of you are in the market for purchasing an online server and you like the idea of helping a content creator, supporting their channel, and you also like the idea of a 10% reduction in your purchase, please consider using my G-Portal affiliate link, which will be in the video description below. Any support in that respect would be massively appreciated. And as always, there are a host of links in the video description below with my Giants Partner promo code. If any of you are in the market for purchasing Farming Simulator 25 and you like the idea of helping a content creator and supporting their channel, as always, I would be massively appreciative. So thanks again for your time, everyone. Take care, and I'll see you in the next episode.